Yeah, as I was processing this morning into today's October, what, 25th, 26th, something like that, Tuesday. As I was processing and thinking of I usually get my walk, but I wasn't up to it this morning. And I was like, flexibility. Flexibility is the name of the game.
Mm.
It's not just my body flexibility. I mean, obviously, there's the body flexibility and the emotional flexibility, the situational flexibility. So if we compare the two and look at somebody who does yoga, they have the ability to do so many other things because they have that agility, they have that movement, they have that strength and flexibility all in them. So if we look at why it's important to be emotionally flexible and situationally flexible, like going into this weekend, I had zero expectations. I was just like, it's going to flow beautifully. Whatever happens, whatever weather, whatever goes on, we are resourceful. We can handle this. And so I don't know if there were shocks, were situations that could have been, but it was just such a smooth weekend. And when I first learned about this importance of flexibility, or there's another term that I came up with, the setup for a shock. And here's the scenario. I was doing a session with a lady, and it was the day after this event. She said, oh, I had the most remarkable spa day, and I was so relaxed. It was like 10 p.m. and I was just like so zen, like life is good, there's no anything. Then all of a sudden the fire alarm went off. So you literally take yourself from the most smooth and peaceful vibration to the most like, whoa, there's a fire and our life's in danger. So the most extreme. And so when I was processing that after, like, why was her symptoms so intense? It's because it was that, so like she was the furthest from being shocked, like life is good, this is perfect, and then my life's in danger. So it was kind of the distance from one to the other was probably one of the most extreme that you could get. So when I processed that, I was like, that's the setup. The setup is the expectations. Nothing's going to go wrong, whether we verbalize that or just feel it. So that's kind of the process when we know that GNM says that the first biological law is the unexpected shock that happens, that catches us off guard. We've never seen it before. That is the shock. But what's the setup? The setup is who's teaching us what our family are teaching us as values, what our experiences are, what our thinking brain, what nursery or not the nursery rhymes, what children's books have we, and they lived happily ever after. Like that's the setup for these shocks, is our culture, is our beliefs, is our own personal work. So like this weekend, going into this weekend is just like anything could happen and we'll handle it. We're together, so that helps. But so yeah, I just wanted to have conversations on that so that we can learn that it really is up to us to be aware of what we're expecting out of others. Because when we put things in a box, It's like that is a setup for disappointment, for shocks, for they shouldn't do that because dot 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 dot. So this is kind of like a preventative discussion, a preventative skill set.
That's interesting. An interesting notion, because initially my response was, oh, so maybe we should all be more Zen. We should all stay in the middle road more. And yeah, that may well be true, but sometimes, and maybe it's due to our culture or whatever, that we don't really have too much control over that, particularly when you're feeling a lot of stuff. I had a day yesterday. I had a friend here that comes and cleans for me and helps so much. She just waits on me. It's so wonderful. And I really was not in a very good, I haven't been feeling good lately, so it affects my mood. And in the morning, I confessed, not some big thing, but I just said it in passing, that it's like, sometimes I feel like I don't want to be alive anymore. You know, it's hard. It's too hard. It's not fun at all, and blah, blah, blah. And I was a little teary eyed, and I said, I'm sorry to say that. I'm kind of ashamed to say it because I know I'm not in my right mind. But by the end of the day, just her presence, and then getting up this morning and seeing everything she did, I'm so on the other extreme of being moved to tears from gratitude. And what do you do with that gratitude? You know, I wrote her an email, oh, thank you so much. But it spills over. It's more than what you can just even place on another person. It is that gratefulness to be alive. You know, it's so, do I wish I didn't go to that extreme? Well, no, because I'm living my entire lifetime in a day. You know, because we all have moments that are horrible, and then we all have moments where we're so grateful. So there's that, because I don't manufacture these feelings. I just happen to be in that state, and it's really good, because I see that I'm still learning, well, that there is value to this stage in my life, even though it's hard. There's great value in it, you know, that I can go from one extreme to the other, and I don't have to spend my day distracting myself from that. You know, because I think we feel things all the time, but it's like, well, not now, I have to go to work, you know.
Right. Shove it down.
Right.
Yeah.
So that flexibility, resilience, I think we do practice in our lifetime to a certain degree, or not, or we push it down all the time. But the moral of the story perhaps is not to be afraid of feelings.
Right.
Even though you may set yourself up for conflict. It's like, well, you're alive. That's what it's for.
It's okay to be not okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can even practice being not okay. Like practice being not okay, like to the full extent. Like sometimes when there's a storm, that go fully into it. Go fully into the storm, as scared as you can. If you need to sit downstairs for 10 hours, make sure you sit downstairs for 20 hours and just fully immerse yourself so into it that it becomes almost a laughable experience, and you get so sick of it. Like, so it's okay not to be okay. I mean, it is just human stuff, and why are we always concentrating on our weaknesses or oh, this ache or this pain. Why don't we concentrate more on our strengths and make our strengths so much stronger that our weaknesses just dwindle away and become so small? But everyone's always concentrating on their weaknesses. And we've been trained to do that since the beginning of time. It's like if you boast a little about yourself and say, oh, I just had this fantastic day. I really I swam 75 laps, and and then went to the store, and I went and got a lottery ticket, and I won $100, and boy, the sun is shining. It's just a great day. And we feel like we can't say those kind of things to ourselves or to others, because, well, in my case, I'm always waiting for that other shoe to drop. Oh wait, what's the worst case scenario? Wait, this is going to be taken away. So I'm always like on heightened alert. I don't know if that has anything to do with what Susan was saying, but that kind of all came to me.
No, it's absolutely. There's not, I mean, as you were processing, as you were talking about that, I'm like, and there's Deanna, up your vibe. But up your vibe sometimes is looking at where you're at and acceptance. It really is. It's accepting whatever comes and either sitting in it and being with it, acknowledging it. You can dig, you can find the root to it, or you don't have to. And then when you're done being, as I call it, sitting in the shit or sitting in the messy piece of cake, it's like, okay, I'm done. Now I have choice to move on forward. So that, yeah, being flexible with ourselves, I guess that bringing that topic to both those conversations is being flexible and gentle with ourselves in the moment.
Yes, because I was going to say it's about self-love in the end. It's a lifetime pursuit. It's a daily pursuit, because we want to get the bad out of the way and just only have the good. But we have to accept that. It's like we have both in us, and I'm going to always make mistakes. And you kind of have to be okay with that. And as Deanna just said, move forward, because we do have the power to propel forward.
Just look at this beauty you look at this beauty you create. I have it sitting here on my desk here. I love it's just the beauty you create. I just look at it, and I like, because I'm artistic too, and I understand what goes into a piece of artwork, and it's just so beautiful.
I know. It's like I showed something to my friend the other day, and they said, "Oh, you should sell it." It's like,
no, then it becomes not then it's not enjoyable. Like,
cheapened it,
I don't want to do art for work. I just want to do it. But I took your card, Susan, and I was even feeling, because how you have the raised glue, glitter glue. And I was just feeling, I mean, and then the string, and it's just so tactical, soothing, as well as pleasurable to the eyes and thought-provoking. I mean, this encompasses so much. This little card is just so full of you and the beauty that is you, and I just love it.
And that's what it's really all about. This self-love thing is so that we can be that read. It's on me. I get the experience too of seeing it be created. It comes from a common source that is so much bigger than what we could even understand or perceive, but we sense it. And that's why we stay alive. It's like, wait a minute, there's more here than eating food and going for your walks so that you get exercise. And, it's all so tedious on the one hand. On the other hand, we get to participate, we get to be used, we get to be a recipient of that beauty. I read a little meme the other day. It said, our problem as so-called civilized people is that we listen to politicians instead of artists. You know, like we need to reflect what's been given,
Mm-hmm,
you know,
mm-hmm.
not bring up the old stories.
Listen and be programmed.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
shut down anything and just be programmed. Yeah.
So, you know, this topic, it reminds me, I wonder, it makes me wonder, I should say, you know, so we have our vulnerability to conflict shocks when we're caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the same time, like I was caught off guard this morning. It's like, wow, I feel really grateful, which is my favorite feeling. I don't know where it came from. It kind of, it was a shock of sorts.
Yes.
So it makes me think, you know, because I think of our creator, my creator, the creator, whatever, as being that like parent, that so many things, but it's like, what does, if you made this baby, you didn't make the baby, but if this baby came through you, oh my God, you love it so much, you just want it to be happy. I can remember my daughter was so melancholic and despondent, you know, and I used to go, hey, look, you know, and she just look into space like, what is this?
Who
And I
sent me
just
down
couldn't
here?
wait. I couldn't wait for her to be happy. I just wanted her to be happy. I wanted to surprise her, you know. So I used to, as she was in toddlerhood, I'm like, do you like it now? Do you like being alive now? Because I know she kind of didn't initially. What's the matter? Can't hear you.
Who's here?
Jude's here.
Your
Jude's
mommy?
home.
We'll see what she has to say about being flexible. Judith, come
Well-
here. We're on a call and it's being recorded. Our
Oh,
topic is being flexible with life.
Yeah, I think I'm very flexible with life. After our vacation and my mind not remembering and what comes up, you know, I just roll with flow.
Roll with the flow.
That's
Oh, how was the wedding, Jude? Did you have a lovely time?
yes, it was. It was very lovely.
Oh, good.
oh God.
I just
That's-
enjoyed the whole thing, right down to the dancing.
She
Did
got
you dance?
on the dance floor.
Yes.
I
Oh,
couldn't-
dancing. Yeah.
I
That
just
was
course.
awesome.
this.
That's awesome.
Saw some pictures. Everything looked beautiful.
Here I am.
82 and dancing up a
Yes,
storm.
and you
Wow.
right with me in case I fall.
Everybody was there in case you
Yes.
fall.
Yeah.
It's good,
Cool.
Good.
I thought.
Very nice.
Yes. So how are you gals this morning?
Just wonderful.
We're hanging in.
Are you?
Doing good.
That's good.
Wait
How's the
outside.
weather,
Say what?
ladies?
The weather?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in Florida, so it's beautiful. I got the door open. I got legs. Oops, I forgot we were recording. Yeah.
Remember,
Uh,
we're trying to get the males on these calls. So thank you.
It's like 75. Not too shabby.
All right.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm in Detroit, and for the end of October, we are having a 75-degree day today.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you get that
I
in summer.
usually we would be in like the 40s, but something, sun's out,
Oh,
Go for it.
75.
Go with the flow.
are you gonna
Yeah.
be today in the sunny weather or? My,
I'm going to a pool, but it's an indoor pool, but it's all windows, so it's very, very bright. But I swim every day.
That's
That's
nice.
good.
I
for
might
you.
go to the mailbox. I think every couple days I go to the mailbox. Sometimes
All right,
it's
Susan.
4 or 5. Yeah. Mhm.
Here's to whatever we can pull off today.
That's
Right.
right. That's a
So,
good thing.
okay, we'll
So-
wrap her up.
All
Don't
right.
go anyplace. Stay
Oh.
put, please. All right. We'll go off and do your merry thing and just be as flexible and as real and accepting of whatever shows up in your life. And you just witness and go, oh, I always say, very interesting. Very curious about this. All right. What next adventure is this going to bring? Look at Queen. over there.
I got the good I got up from this conversation, from this shocking, I was not expecting, I don't know, meeting, you know, and it upped my vibe because initially I went like, oh my God, it's almost 11 o'clock already. I can't get it together. I'm having a panic attack. Maybe you just won't go this morning. And then I said, just go with the flow. You just be quiet. I can never be quiet. I don't know if you noticed.
Someday you will be,
Yeah, no kidding. Forever.
as will I, and Michelle,
So,
and my.
Yeah. So thank you,
All
everyone.
right. Well, I'm glad
your
to
presence.
shock you. That's
Yeah.
my claim to fame. Give people a
Yeah.
little shock every so often.
Oh,
Good to
God.
see you, ladies. Good to see you. Always
Yes,
good
thank
every
you.
week to see my ladies.
Yeah, Michelle, you too, honey. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
Have
everyone.
a beautiful
See you
day.
later.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Deanna. Thanks.